Greetings in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First King Alpha, and I Divine Mother Empress Menen, Queen Omega, and I the children of Jah Rastafari, representing for the Ankh Nation family. Yes, ones and one. Give thanks again for lending ear so I can articulate Rastafari. At the 2025, the High School presented. He will keep that. I'm the one keep that. I might have to, if you play number two, I'm gonna have to lock in. I'm sorry. Hey, bro. Yeah. They gonna try to beat shots though. That's the thing. I got number two. So you was not open, bro. Shut up. You're not open. You're not open. Shut up. You're not even open. You trying to talk like I got the mic on. Yes, ones and ones. You know, say that's the little clip when I come across. First and foremost, disclaimer. I use this footage under the fair use class or teaching purposes. And all fair footage and photograph, again, disclaim, fair use class. And I utilize it for. So this footage where I just show, I just have to I look into the youth named Karmelo, you know. A little background to see what kind of person him is, how him live, you know. And that footage there, I come across it from one of them bloggers there, where actually I go against the youth. I paint them on a negative script about the youth, you know. But nonetheless, I just look into the vibration again. I revisit the vibration because the more and more I see it, the more I question, you know. And we have to ask a whole heap of question. Now, I'm going to show you, like I said, this again, I just, these, look on that footage here. You see that footage here? This footage represent those who are on there. You know the racial divide, I guess these are the ones who are represent. Let's say Karmelo, that picture here. Because notice the difference between the picture here and that picture here. This picture are those who present this little youth here as something other than. You know what I mean? I let me go find the especially a picture here. That are the youth father. And this are the youth. You see the mugshot? Them image there. These are the games that mainstream media play with the youth image. See the picture with the youth named Austin. You see him look clean. Look like a good little kid. The image of the youth named Karmelo make him look other than. And these are the things when I come on this space and I articulate Rastafari and I show. Always I reach back to the past, correlating it with the present. It's all about the knowledge. And when I say, and I always talk to the youths them. And the youths them I talk to because I want them to the knowings. Always know. And know what is in store and what is out there and what you must expect. And don't be deluded. This word Sony again. Now, you see the background, back to the first video. You see the background that the youth come from. If you look around them surrounding, you can see say it is one of them affluent, probably not affluent, but good enough middle class. The kind of neighborhoods where like a mother and many more, even those kids were run away from the black community to escape the violence. And so them pull themselves up by the bootstrap and looking for better. Like me already mentioned, better for them is in a white name. The Anthonys brought their son up into a good neighborhood, as they would call it. And yet, here we are today. He's facing the system for murder of a young white youth, Austin Metcalf. And it's a tragic situation. Because, like I say again, our life is sacred. It must be protected at all costs. So, this is where I and I are looking to. And I at the root cause. Because these youths are just born in a bigger that created the system that these two kids live in. And we call it white supremacy. Whether they want to accept it or not is the reality. And like me tell you again, I mentioned the Bacon Rebellion, 1676, 1677. And that is the cause of the racial divide, where them separate black from white. Because that was the last time poor people in general, black and white poor people, went against the system and then burned down Jamestown, Virginia. And from that moment on, then politicized whiteness, and whiteness became elevated and blackness became inferior. And this only continue, and I mentioned already, say, Austin Metcalf, Kyle Rettinger, and Casey Allison is imbued with manifest destiny, predestination. Manifest destiny is, in short, white people is destined to conquer the whole America, from Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, east, west, north, and south. By divine providence, white people are the chosen, the new Israelites. Remember, in a previous video, I mentioned that the Bible is a blueprint of conquest. Now, this is the manifestation of it, what we are seeing now. And I already mentioned say, in that book, segregation is already present in that book, precursor with Abraham and the separatist ideology. Yeah, this is it now. In our face now, where we are looked upon. But none of us can see it. Because once again, I tell you the importance of it, knowledge. You have to be knowledgeable, you have to know the past, and you have to know what is coming. Because the past always repeats itself. And this is why I always, when I come on this space, yeah, and I show forth with evidence. You know enough ones and ones who want to feel like, say, every video, the same, the essence, but yes, it's intentional. Someone want to don't have no excuse. And they use them for no, so they use them, they deluded like no found. See it? Even with this case and with this youth, yeah. You see the black skin them, the milky ones them. This is all them show the youth under the bus. None of them present the side of the youth story because nobody knows it. Because the only thing the youth say might defend himself. But yet here it is. On the internet space, these black skin just non-stop. I drag the youth. All I drag him family too. All I drag people who are donate to them. These are the level where these black skin traitors, these milky ones. And when we say a correlation, and I show you, say, what we used to call a house slave is what we call conservative today. Same mindset, always desire to reflect their master and be like their master and aim to please them, and are fearful. Let me repeat, fearful for go against their master, even when it is truthful. They prefer attack. And in this case, it's sad to the youth lose his life, as far as I am concerned, but at the same time, what is the cause? What caused this youth named Austin Metcalf to operate the way he operates? And this is why I'm bringing it down. He's imbued for centuries of white supremacy, predestination. They are chosen by God. They are the new chosen people, the Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, and now them broaden their horizon and politicize whiteness and the Eastern European and all these different European nations come under the banner. Beef them up, give them more numbers in the blanket of whiteness. Yeah, this is what, and the media show forth again, because this is why I mention, when I mention you name Casey Allison. Casey Allison is a young youth same way, stab Jose Luis Ramirez 4 times. Now one enough, 4 times. Deliberately too. Because when we go in at the story of him, we recognize look like them a war over a girl prom and whole heap of threats are going on, and them paint the youth name Jose as his friend, because the white version of Jose is Joe. And the same thing again, like Carmelo, mother and father. Chances are this youth name Jose Luis Ramirez family are try escape from the urban centers too, for a betterment for their child, and a betterment for what them consider betterment is white neighborhoods. And them probably identify more with white people too. But nonetheless, high school jack too, a strut round, and them same love to fight. And in the media, the same way the media paint, but they're more subtle with it with him. Them infer say him and him gang. And our friends, him and him gang. These are the little innuendos them put when me I read and I listen to the clippings about this youth, yeah. And guess what? If me never search on it because of Karmelo and Austin, why me I look up to find out, I'm gonna find the correlation between these two cases. Same knife incident, stabbing, one happened at the stadium, one happened at the school. But nonetheless, the white youth, Casey Allison, stab up the Spanish youth, chest, arm, back, leg, stab him up over his body. Multiple stabs. And him please self-defense. And it's pending right now, but yet still, like I mentioned again, these cha-cha, these black skin traitors, these milky ones, I drag the little youth. Him Dave not get a chance. Nobody not hear for him side of the story other than the fact him say he might defend himself. And within the self-defense, he have all right to defend himself. And when I show you again, this is why I mention Kyle Rittenhouse. The reason why I mention him, in the recordings now, yeah, show you again how the mainstream media operate. Now, him left all the way from Illinois, Antioch, Illinois, and go all the way to Kenosha, Wisconsin, with an AR-15 drive. And what him say, man, do? He will protect property. He don't have no property over that side. He's not from that side. At least 30 miles away him live. But yet still him go. And we are talking about the law now and the self-defense. Him go, and chances are him probably manipulate the same defense law to these second amendment gun lovers. Yeah, them know the law. And them know if you use it to them advantage. But nonetheless, we're not going to speculate on them. We just stick to the facts of what them present and how him beat the case. Him go, and him getting a confrontation with some of the rioters where defend or protest the death of Paul Blake. And guess what? Him get attacked and him defend himself. And him shoot more than one people. Kill 2 at least and injure a couple more people. But yet still in the court of law, he was acquitted because he was defending himself. Because him retreat. That are the loophole, him retreat and him pursue him. And then him shoot and kill. Whom for kill and injure him for injure. And him get where? Now, Karmelo and that tent, we at least sure about Austin, where them bring forth. Austin and them twin brother Hunter. The youth take shelter under the tent. And where? Them decide that the youth not fair under the tent. Regardless of the fact that for them school tent. Rain and fall and the youth go up under the tent. And them rush the youth. And in the process of attacking the youth, in a different videos where I observe and different. So there's a whole heap of contradictory stories. You know, one of them say him grab him back from somebody. The boy I grab him back, him grab back him bag. That I asked him Metcalf grab a Karmelo bag. I try to throw him out. The youth grab him back from him, and then there comes a standoff. The youth put him on in him bag. That him stand him ground right there, so him put him back in him hand as a deterrent. Austin never care. And him rush the youth. And chances are him and him brother rush the youth.
Kid, we just got a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone around you knows he's a great kid.
And maybe some others too. Because if him under the tent, chances are him around him friend them too. But them not them don't play all of this. So make the youth look like the youth is a troublemaker. And then now a question them can ask why the youth have the knife. Why him come at this not to a school, a stadium. Why him come at the stadium with a knife? Well, like I said, it can be multiple reasons, but nonetheless, we could bring it in a protecting himself. What if him never have that knife? What would happen to him? Like how the one judge wrote him probably would I get a beat down? Probably. We don't know. As well as him could I get beaten and die same way. Because at least we know we're sure about this, you know. Between Austin and him brother, them are 6 foot 220 pounds. Individually. So you combine that a 440 pound and a 5'11" youth, 162 pounds.
Kid, we just got a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone around you knows he's a great kid.
And now, ones are speculating like the one Judge Joe Brown him. I speculate with him sellout self, because yeah, me I call him a sellout. I talk about so the only thing the youth that get a busted lip or a black eye. Oh, you know that? When in the moment they eat and the moment of passion and fighting and going, anything can happen. I'm quite sure that happened with the youth. The youth never intend to kill. Them rush him and them just use the knife and stab. And the reason why the youth get the stabbing probably was so close up, come down so fast on the youth, and the youth just give him one stab. And unfortunately, him lose his life. And this back up the crowd, including him brother. Because the brother don't want a stab too. And the youth retreat and take for himself. And in the process, the police them caught up to him. Him never did a run like them. So the youth is an athlete, him a track star, with a football player. So the youth young, look on the picture of the youth a run. In the video earlier. That means if the youth that try to escape, them couldn't catch him, them wouldn't catch him so easy. The youth never did a run. Him just take himself from out of there and put himself in a more safer ground. And the police come and the youth get locked up. But the whole point to me I make an sure say the reason for this word sound here, you know. Because I don't go in the detail in the first video already. You know, I say but I don't want to write, I don't want to read from it, I just want to talk from my heart. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's really sad. And like I say again, no matter how much, look on the parents. And chances that them are the kind of parents if they did the reverse with another kid to me. Karmelo mother and the father would have lick out on another black kid too. Just like the other creators, them YouTubers were panda to mainstream America. Because they want to be separate and apart. Like, yeah, we're black, but we are not that kind of black. There's only one kind of black. And I'm going to deal with yourself. And see it come to be here right now with The Anthony family, because them that try run from the black community because on violent and dangerous. And them come up in a white neighborhood where it is better, safer. And look now, on the son of face murder charge. So the point what I make with this video to show you, it doesn't matter. As long as you're in America, you will always be black. No matter if you want to talk up in your notes and talk, like how even Karmelo sound. And most of the one them on the videos them when I say I go against the youth. Them black skin too, and them sound like him too. And this is why I say chances are them either interracial, diversity, inclusion. Some of them miscegenation, on the miscegenation thing, and it goes on and on, just to try to make themselves different. But I can't escape on the blackness no more than America. I can escape manifest destiny. It is ingrained, inculcated in our what mainstream America, and they are superior, and they are divine, because they are chosen by God. These are the things that in them head. This is why, because he don't belong. Don't belong. No one doesn't honor the tent. But I'm not afraid to say it. But when me I observe and listen.
My big brother stuff around, he's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what. And so it's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
But your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." And he's like, "Make me move." Also grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just all.
Yeah, see, even when the on time attack, and when they get
Kid, we just had a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around you knows he's a great kid.
these are the things. And like I say again, this is a lesson for all of I and I. It no matter where your social status, it no matter how much privilege you get with them in a them circle, you're always black. You can't escape it. It's your divine right. You're born that way there. You can't delude yourself in your mind and trick yourself. I believe say you pull yourself up by the bootstrap and know you work hard and know you want to trick yourself and believe so racism don't exist and all these things. But it don't exist until it knock on your door. And I'm quite sure the Anthony family, I experience that right now. And even seeing black skin one of them on the social space, I drag the youth and I sentence the youth in a public opinion. Even the one Judge Joe Brown him too. Because if it not reach you, it might reach your grandpitney them too. Because why? Manifest destiny, predestination, white supremacy is alive and kicking. Can't escape it. Just like how you can't escape on a blackness, you might delude on yourself, like I say again, but you can't escape it. And America is, like I say, them manifest this is them conquer from Pacific to Atlantic. And them wipe out natives and all the way through and enslave For build it, for them. They're not gonna change. And that is the reality. And how much as you don't want to try to wait name and talk about, but I mean I'll show you the reality too. You see, if the black youth killing the white youth, it would have been sensationalized. Can me show you the reverse of that. Casey Allison kill the Spanish youth. Most people don't even hear about it. Maybe ones and ones like me, were curious. And there's a whole heap more cases, But these are recent ones. Which and it's similar. Stabbing. One stab 4 times, one stab 1 time, and the two of them are play self-defense. And it is shown based on what the boy say what time and Hunter say what time out.
Kid, we just had a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around here knows he's a great kid. He just
And them attack the youth. And the youth stand him ground. But what them are trying to do now? Proportionality. Him go too hard. Him shouldn't. The boy go in at the church and kill off the people then.
Stood emotionless as he heard the charges against him. 9 counts of murder for the 3 men and 6 women. Investigators say he gunned down Wednesday night. Charleston is a very strong community.
And them reward him give him Wendy, Burger King and whatever them give him. And all the other ones them. Mike Brown, Sandra Brand, all of these people was unalive by white people. And you know what I tell me to do? Make justice take its course. So why justice can't take its course now with Karmelo? And it shows them the youth to protect himself. Regardless of whether I believe them go hard or not. And based on I and I observation and I listen to the word sound them and listen intently. The youth wasn't fearful. At that time, crime, you know. He never bow and salute and make them beat him up. And then later, when I make rational, so, oh, like everything else that them do, it's always mental illness, a loner. But when it comes to the black youth, and this I don't know what happened, you know. From the moment them grant civil rights, blackness or black youths become dangerous in them society. And they continue, them beef it up in the 90s and call it super predators, animalistic. This is America. This is mainstream. This is the media. This is how them perpetrate it. When it comes to a black and white youth commit a crime, chances that the black youth are going to get 3 times more than what the white youth get. And no matter if I even the same thing. I'm not talking about saying no race. I'm not worry about what the youth are walk with a knife. The youth are walk with a knife to protect himself from a violent society that you call America. America is a violent society. America was built on violence and historically shown that it is no good to black people. Oh, no know what the youth go through. Living in a probably a predominantly white neighborhood. Oh, no know if the youth are people die in front of them out of maybe fighting, violence. Oh, no know what kind of trauma the youth are walk around with. Oh, no don't know, oh, don't care. Especially on the black skin traitors. Because I talk about one and the reason why I talk about one, you know, is for I and I for no say. You see the whole slave psychology where mass now behind black conservatism, whatever else you know want hide behind. It is very much alive and kicking. And before we can get to black liberation, we have to identify you know. And we have to know because history already shows over and over. This is the same mindset to betray every revolution. Betray the Panthers, betray Martin Luther King, betray Malcolm X, betray Marcus Garvey, and the list goes on and on. Black skin traitors. We drink too much milk because them black like them black. But them drink so much milk, them want to think that them trick their mind into believe that they can be white. And all when I talk, and on the nose. And they're still black. So Karmelo name is an example of that. Because I'm quite sure, like I say, if you did ask him before this happened, he might tell you say, I have a white friend them. And racism that exists. He don't know nothing about that. And truth, he might tell you the truth. Because in a film world, they all live. They all have fun. They all play sports together. They all hang out together. I don't know if a mother and father probably have some white friends too where them go over each other's house and all these things. Living the good life. Believing say content and character counts. Content and character, Martin Luther King dead with that in our dream. It is an illusion. It is not real. America is a racist, violent society built for white people. And the sooner they get that on the head and start acting accordance, this is why I say, we don't have a continent where America can hold in that probably 3-4 times. All I have to do again, let me repeat, all I have to do is take a page out of the Israeli book and reach back home, but get land over there, lobby, use the reparation argument and try get land in a nation Africa and build up on a thing. When I already from Liberia there, you know, Sierra Leone there, you know, where North American, Black American founded Liberia. We have that there so too. And other more part can go. The whole continent I and I won. But I have to switch your mindset, change your mindset. How many more Karmelo, how many more of these things have happened to us before we really make up our mind for change? Not for out here, on FBAs and aid us, the whole and I run off on the mouth and I go and like, it no matter how long you're there, America, it no matter how much blood, sweat, and tears, it will never be yours. I tell you already before Uno get outnumber white America, mainstream America, them turn all the Spanish them in white, which that them already and them ways to do that already too. And let me say Hispanic is a different mindset from Latino. Let me repeat that. Hispanic mindset is different from Latino. Hispanic is more geared towards being white. They identify with whites. Latino identify with them where them come from. And some of them same one too. Because it's a mindset. Him born name Jose, guess what his name? Joe. He stabbed Joe. They was fighting and he stabbed Joe. And Joe died. And Casey, it was wrong. And Casey was defending himself. Yeah. Them kind of enunciation and make one feel like so. America is racist and America is violent, and that is the crux of the matter. And this is why them sensationalize Karmelo and Austin case, because it's a warning for the rest of the black skin. And them make an example of the youth. And before that, them change the law, the self-defense law. Just like how them change the gun rights law on the Panthers, them after the Panthers, them. Now for no one a story. And then after that, them criminalize black youth. So therefore that eliminate them from having gun rights because them have a conviction. These are the games these people play. And politicize. And I want to sit down there. I want to better take a page out of Israel book and start reach back home to the mother continent. Because in America, you know, always remain a servant, servitude. And manifest destiny was about rights, land rights. They murder the Indians and for the land. Them enslave Uno for the land, for work the land for them. Then them turn on and tell us on lazy. Then them turn on and call on a fitness. Super predators. Dangerous. When for them pitney do nothing, it's mental illness. It's a one-off situation. They catch them pitney with drugs, the two black and white pitney apart. Them catch one with the two weed. One get a criminal record. One probably going to rehabilitation. These are the games them been a play with them. And they're still a farm fool. Because they're fearful. I might get it. No. Just because the youth are fearful, the youth is a young lion. The whole I don't want to show the youth under the bus and a bunch of hyenas. Yeah. Because why? From the continent to the ship to the diaspora, the resistance are here. And it named Jah Rastafari without apology. Sealer.